But yeah, so we got that out the way. And then there's Xbox finally did it. Now they are saved. So this is about the new CEO, I believe. Asha Sharma, and apparently she's making some interesting moves with Xbox. She's made the Game Pass, I think, less expensive and is updating like twice a week on what Xbox is focusing on. Like, she seems to be involved with like the consumer base, which is quite different when you look at the times today, because most of that is not shown or even thought of or hearing about, where you're like, I wonder what the PlayStation CEO has to say here, or I wonder what this person has to say. Like, normally it's just they're pushing the Xbox, buy it, or PlayStation, buy it, new game, buy it. They drop a trailer. You know, there's not like an engagement of just what you're hearing the face of the company giving you some insight each few weeks of what they're doing for the platform. So I found very interesting talking points that this channel had given describing how this CEO is moving, and I actually enjoyed it. So let's hear it again, since you know, earlier the whole stream was muted. So let's go.
Xbox is finally back. Now, it has been 89, so almost 100 days since Asha Sharma came into control of Xbox, and she has done a lot of good things for Xbox. And then one of the most recent ones is the fact that she has rebranded Microsoft Gaming to Xbox, rebranded Xbox.
That's fire.
Mostly lowercase.
I didn't catch that before. That's fire.
Like it used to be. And all of the social accounts and everything else has been restyled back to Xbox, just like how it was.
That's sick.
So today,
I respect that. I tip that. That's fire.
I already made a little video talking about a few of the newer stuff, just as she sort of came in about a month ago. I'm sort of going to update you all on exactly what she's been doing recently and why she has actually saved Xbox and why everyone thinks they were wrong about her originally. Now, one of the biggest things that she has done is to do with the health of Xbox, right? Xbox was in a pretty weird state before she came in, and she has basically overhauled a lot of the practices internally in Xbox. So let's first talk about what she did for the actual team of Xbox, you know, the people contributing to the updates and everything. She overhauled the Xbox leadership team. This was, I believe it was 2 weeks ago or so now. She announced sort of a massive new leadership rework, with all of her new leaders came from where she came from, core, you know, Microsoft Core AI group. Now, the biggest thing about this is she did this because she felt like it was very hard to sort of do a lot of things quickly. Now, to say what she exactly said, it was, right now, it is too hard to ship impact quickly. We spend too much time inward instead of with the community, which I think is a great way to think. I mean, she's clearly shown with her other updates, which I'll go into, that the community is the forefront of her thinking, and what the gamers want is the forefront of every single thing she does for Xbox. And that is why she's...
That is amazing, dude. That is really freaking cool. You got a CEO saying, I'm focusing on what the community wants, what the people want, what the gamers want. Yo, that's respectable, man. Because I feel like we're in such a time where it just feels like so robotic and just like money driven and everything. To hear somebody just communicating like a regular person, like, hey, I'm tapping in on the socials every 2 weeks to give y'all some updates, what we got going over here, what we got going on over here revolving around Xbox. Stay tuned. Like, that's dope. That's dope.
Trying to change everything inwards so that everything outwards can be of a higher quality for the gamers. She is very for the gamers. Like, every single update you see her bringing is good for the consumer. I can't think of one I've seen so far that is not good for the consumer. Such as something that's not even like anything to do with pricing. She revamped the Xbox achievements, and she introduced, you know, a little new console boot up, which is nice to see. The new sort of achievements, it had like new...
Even little details like that, that's like just a gamer fan, you know? Like, this is like somebody that's really detailed with just the activity of you being, for example, online, achievement changes. What else did he say was changes that were made? Let's go right back. Just the, yeah, the Xbox color. You know, I love that green look, but also I love the original Xbox when it had like that, the very beginning intro. I don't know if I can pull it up real quick. Hold on real quick, y'all. I got to because it's so classic. It's so classic. I'm just gonna go to this section real quick while I pull it up. Bear with me. Bear with me. Xbox original startup. Is that what it is? Is it the intro? Yeah, boy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, chat. Hold on. We gotta play this. We gotta play this. I love this right here. I had an Xbox and a PlayStation 2 growing up, and I loved the original. Oh yeah. I had to. But let's get back to it. Let's get back to the video. Hold on. Gotta get the video back.
Xbox is fine.
We gotta skip also to the part we were at. My bad, chat. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we're gonna get right back to where we were. Here we are. And push play.
Achievements, and she introduced, you know, a little new console boot up, which is nice to see. The new sort of achievements, it had like new tiered badges and things that like reflected your lifetime gamer store, which is a massive difference to what Xbox achievements were before, and they feel a lot more complete, which is very nice. Now, the new logo and sort of boot up that she's given Xbox with this, and it's a lot more focused on the green like it used to be, as you can see here. It really does feel like one of the older consoles. It doesn't feel like any of this new like sort of nonsense we've been getting for the last few years. It does really feel fresh and new and really good, to be honest with you. I was not a fan of where Xbox was heading, you know, just a few years ago, but it is sort of taking a 180 sort of pivot now. It's very nice. Another thing she's done, which will be really good, I mean, we'll be seeing this for a while. She's actually committed to bi-weekly updates, so that means, you know, every 2 weeks. And she's focusing on fixing the fundamentals, apparently. She said that the people that are playing
every 2 weeks, bi-weekly.
North Star, that's the word she used for the brand.
My bad, y'all, but y'all caught that bi-weekly. So every 2 weeks giving updates. Like, that's just freaking real. That's freaking real. That's a real move. It makes you just like love gaming, you know, when you have that type of that move to be making as a CEO, and then also changing like the style with the Xbox, making it green to then the achievement changes. It just, you're bringing life again into the feeling of a gamer, you know. That's just me. I just feel like I'm intrigued to see what other moves will be made by this CEO, for real.
Updates, so that means, you know, every 2 weeks. And she's focusing on fixing the fundamentals, apparently. She said that the people that are playing Xbox every day, they would be the North Star. That's the word she used for the brand. And she said, we will focus on players coming back every single day because our platform and our games are great. So she is really pledging that she's trying to get everything good for the consumer and getting you playing every.
I was trying to clap my hands because that's dope.
Feeling
that's so cool.
Is, well, Xbox again. Now, to do this, like I said earlier, she did go over the leadership and change a lot of things. But another big thing she did do is she hired Matthew Ball as quote-unquote gaming strategist. Now, his focus seems to be at sort of looking at different franchises and reviving them and strengthening, you know, obviously Xbox's console. And she hired another Xbox CTO whose general priority is making the Xbox team more efficient at, you know, building these things. You know, they're making their impact bigger, making everything get out quicker. Like she said, making those updates and those changes and everything she wants to do get out quicker. So she's actively making moves to make that happen. She's doing a lot more for Xbox in these days than Xbox has done in a few years, man. It's insane. She is making moves every other day. I feel like I hear something new about what she's doing to sort of push for these new updates and push for these changes, especially more recently. Obviously, you know, she was already doing stuff back in March, just a week or two after she had sort of, you know, came to power. And now she's really...
Yeah, and I actually did research on the Xbox price. It looks like it is around... Oh, this is the console. This ain't the Game Pass. Consoles are still up, you know. That's for all consoles right now. The freaking Steam Deck going up to almost 1,000. PlayStation's 900. I mean, they're all up there. Hold on real quick. Let me go back right here real quick. I want to pull up the Game Pass, though, because the Game Pass did get lowered. I don't know if people care for Game Passes, though. Xbox Game Pass. Lower in price. This is what it's showing right here if y'all want to see it. It was $29.99. It went down to $23. But the pass to $13.99 per month, down from $16.49. Hold up, wait. Microsoft officially lowered Xbox Game Pass subscription prices, reducing the flagship Game Pass Ultimate to $22.99, which would be $23 per month, down from $29.99, $30, and PC Game Pass to $13.99 per month, down from $16.49. Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But let's get back to the video. Let's get back to the video.
Turning up the sort of the gear now since we've hit May and the end of April. It's just been bang, 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 new thing, new thing, new thing. You know, price cuts.
Hold up.
Fixing up.
Hold up.
Xbox
Hold up.
That messed everything up.
Slow it down. Slow it down. I gotta see what he's showing here. So, is this like, what is this? What am I looking at right here? It says Project Helix. I don't know what that is. What is this? Picks for you, I guess. New discovery pages is what it's showing here.
New thing. You know,
player voice. What is that?
New thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm gonna do research. I'm gonna have to do research on this. I'm gonna have to. Let's get back to it.
You know, price cuts, rebranding, fixing up stuff that Xbox is.
Hold up. Today I begin my role as CEO of Xbox. Here are my 3 commitments. Great games. Okay. Return of Xbox. Okay. Future of play. Okay.
Is done that messed everything up. She is just doing every single thing good so far, and she is literally reviving Xbox. I mean, I have never looked at Xbox better. It is going to be a very good thing to see where she does go. Obviously, let's see how far she does go with it, but look, she is doing a very good job as it is at being an Xbox CEO, it seems. And I'm excited to see what other updates she has in store, as the updates so far, they've been really good. I mean, whilst Xbox is cutting their prices and cutting everything down and killing a lot of things that people hate, you know, a lot of people were worried about her AI. You know, she was going to make everything AI, make games completely AI. She confirmed that she wasn't going to do that. If I had just, you know, gone into this without any sort of knowledge of anything, I wouldn't have expected to hear that from her. But she's confirmed the removal of Copilot from Xbox Mobile, and she stopped development of it completely on consoles, which is a massive, massive, massive move for a lot of people. I always think AI is a tool, but there are some places.
I mean, I don't know much about that, but if it's AI related and that got stopped by her, I mean, that's just another move she's making. Like, she actually is making moves as a CEO. You know what I mean? Like, that's interesting. AI's also, as you know, been, I think, revealed it's going to PlayStation. It's already on YouTube. It's on Google. It's on everything. And I said this before. AI, you really do have to know how to use it as a tool if you're going to use it, because you will have to fact check that robot, whoever because it changes to different robots every time you're communicating on AI. You'll have to fact check things, because I've had it today, especially, where I would be like, actually, didn't you just say this? And then the AI will be like, oh yeah, you're right. Like, bro, you need a fact check when you use AI, and then just believe in word for what it tells you, because it can be wrong. And a lot of people are trusting AI too heavy. And I've even had like convictions with it, I felt like, you know, when I was using it. But God was with me today, like using it, researching, and was like leading me on how to use it properly. But I want to really go back old school, where like you actually research, or you get some books and read some books to get your knowledge, instead of a computer that just has became like just everything in the world, you know, this whole AI future. But it can be useful. Like, it's been useful for me to get the GoXLR, not the GoXLR. Yeah, well, the OBS audio settings correct. You know, it's helped me with that. And setting up, what else did it help me with setting up? It was like recording, streaming, changing, you know, the streaming settings to have the frames from not dropping. You know, I actually made a video about that, and I'll leave my settings for anybody that wants them to help y'all out if y'all are struggling with streaming, because it matters. If your frames are dropping, it's not because you're having a bad stream. You're not using the proper settings. If you have the proper settings, you can have a flawless stream. That's what it is. You know, I used to hear people all the time saying you can have some good streams or bad streams. Like, I have maybe 1 or 2 drops sometimes from streams, but it's not like what it was, where it just would, if it's going to drop, it would like drop. And it was because I was using way too high of the settings that my computer wasn't able to handle, or the Wi-Fi. So yeah, I have found some pluses using AI finding those answers, but also when it comes to, you know, getting any type of answers, being guided by Jesus, because when you aren't being led in using certain tools, you could, for example, be trustworthy in it and then you play yourself, you know. So I think it's good having God be your guidance in the future of AI, because I've had discernment with it, but I've also, like today, had his help of researching, fact checking, correcting AI when AI is like, oh, you're actually right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be aware of just the flaws that it has, but also there are benefits. But I want to go old school and really do it the old way, where you figured it out somehow, and you can do that with faith. You know, if God can make any way of getting the understanding you need, even if AI has all this extra benefits and quicker benefits, you know. I never properly researched when it came to the internet. I would trust sources and stuff, but I would love to like really learn how to like go to one source to the next source, fact check this source or that source, like people did back in the day, and reading, you know, books out there that have maybe computer settings that you could read instead of searching it on the internet. I don't know. I have been getting so into learning as I've gotten close to Jesus, because he gives you wisdom, and I want to literally just do more than just depend so much on a bot that it's like I feel like it's like a shortcut. That's what I feel like AI is like. It's like a shortcut, but it also, like I said, it's not always right. It's not always right. But yeah, let's continue.
Where it should not be shoved down your throat. You should not have to just see AI everywhere. If you want to, sure, that's fine. But if it's always being shoved down your face, it can just be very, very, very annoying. And it's good that they're not shoving it on things that don't need to have it. Can I see the use of AI in a browser? Yes. Can I see the use of AI in a lot of other things? Yes. But if I, for example, if I'm on an Xbox console and I'm just sat there on the home menu, I'm trying to go through my day, get on a game, hop on, play some games, and I keep getting AI stuff just all over, you know, everywhere, basically, it could probably get a bit annoying, because I wouldn't really ever have any use for that. Like, there's no really use for it there. In a browser, there's a lot of use for AI. Quick searching, recommendations on things, etc, etc, etc. There's so many uses for it. But on the Xbox, you know, there aren't as many uses for it in terms of, you know, on the app or things like that. So I think it's a really good thing that she's sort of very clearly shown that she's cutting down on this. And this is one of the first changes, you know, the AI that she's made. She's already said many things about,
and you can tell she's a fan of the
making sure that the players are at the heart of everything. She's very, very, very.
You can tell she's a fan of the product. She knows Xbox. You know, she ain't somebody just hired and they're just paying her. Like, she actually is a fan
in terms of, you know, on the app or things like that. So I think it's a really good thing that she's sort of very clearly shown that she's cutting down on this. And this is one of the first changes, you know, the AI that she's made. She's already said many things about not having AI lead everything and making sure that the players are at the heart of everything. She's very, very, very consistent with how she feels about Xbox gamers, things like that, being the front of the brand's ideas and the thinking of the brand and everything they go through. Boom. Does it fit the users? Does it fit this? Does it fit that? That's what it seems like to me. She is just going through everything and going, how can we make this better for the players? So I want to know what you think. Do you think that Asha Sharma's doing a really good job? Do you think that she should be doing any better?
I absolutely do.
She hasn't addressed yet that you're looking
from what I've heard in this video.
And do you think that Xbox is finally getting itself out the mud? I think it is. I think, you know, we're only 90 days in, just under. And
that's dope. 90 days and doing all that?
It's insanely different. And I don't think this is the last time I end up talking about her, because there are going to be a lot of changes she makes in the future, and that means a lot of things I need to cover. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and subscribe, and
dude, y'all gotta check this dude's channel out. It's fire. I like this channel. I like the insight, the scoop, letting you know what's going on with gaming, Xbox. And yeah, I'm interested to see what she's going to do. Imagine she finds a way to get the consoles down. Boy, she would really have Xbox shining if that happens. But time will tell. 90 days though, from what he broke down what's going on, I was intrigued. I was interested. I like this video. I'm gonna give it a smashing like for you, my boy. 19 likes.